Board games, board games, it's what we're talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. Look over there and on the wall, you'll see all the games from Port Hall, because Yoda is a fan of Chevy Check and all that man. DutchYoda's wanting to also make a game, although it may be different in size and scope. Will DutchYoda make Robinson Crusoe too? Well, I think we can exclusive reveal. The answer is probably no.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm still
Okay.
thinking of. I'm still thinking about
I like this
creating a
positivity.
scenario.
So we can exclusively reveal that you are thinking of ideas to pitch Ignacio Trevicek for Robinson Crusoe too.
Well, they just announced the new Kickstarter for the deluxe version, so I don't think version 2.0 is anywhere near. But I am thinking about finishing up my scenario that I entered for the contest, which didn't win, but I don't care. And somebody said you should make a Robinson Crusoe roll and write, and I really like that idea. So I'm thinking about that one.
So I guess DutchYoda's thinking of all sorts of things, probably beyond the scope of what I will sing. Anyway, I'm going to try to be some sort of guide as DutchYoda comes on board this crazy ride of making a board game. Board game is what we're talking about. Making a board game, I'm not gonna shout. And hello, good morning again to you, Yoda. Like I've already said good morning, but hello, Rob. It is lovely to see you.
Hi,
I hope you make some excellent bread. And hello, Sate, who says good morning, Yoda. And Rob. Oh, and Bez.
Yes, of course.
Hello, Nicholas. It's
Hello,
just lovely
Nicholas.
to see you. Yeah, this is the first stream that I've done in like over a day. It's not often that I can say that.
Yeah, you had a break.
Yeah, so and hello.
Hi, legends.
It is lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. And what's happening today? This is the start of what I'm calling the new season. It is episode 301 after an epic. Yeah, that was like pretty much 12 hours of episode 300. This is now Busy Beats and Board Game Bladder episode 301. We are starting off with mentoring DutchYoda Rensema. And Dick DutchYoda Rensema is your full name, and Twitch does not like it. But yeah, let's actually talk about what's happening. So basically, a while back, just to catch those up who aren't aware, on Matthew Dunstan's stream, I said, hey, you know what? If someone wants to join me on my stream every couple of weeks, then I would do some sort of mentorship. DutchYoda said, hey, I'll try that. And then we tried it. We had a first meeting where we talked about DutchYoda. We had a second meeting, which was 4 weeks ago, where we played your game. It was good fun, and I gave some tips that were hopefully useful, but also thought about what you're trying to do and established what are you even trying to do with your game. And then our third meeting, but it was kind of in the middle of my game jam, so you postponed it by a couple of weeks to be now, which you very kindly did. But you've made some changes with your game. We are going to play the game again. We will have a chat with it. If anyone wants to play along, then just check out the Discord, and you will be able to download the thing and play along.
The PDF is in my channel in the Discord.
So I hope that makes sense. Oh, we all love Dick. Yeah. That's weird to say. I only call him Dutch or Yoda, even on Skype.
Well, you're not the only one.
Yeah, you know what? I am curious. How did this come about? And You are Dutch. You like
Yes, I
Star
am.
Wars.
Yes, I do.
But why didn't you just call yourself D Rensema, like Drensema or something like that?
Because that's ugly. Well, it started way ago at the university, I guess. That's where I called myself Yoda in the old school IRC chat, because everybody uses an alias on in chat in the chat room. So I did that, and well, then ICQ and that sort of stuff came, and I wanted to use Yoda as well, but Yoda was already taken, so I pasted Dutch in front of it. And Yoda is my favorite character from Star Wars anyway. So
Your favorite character is he?
yes.
Okay, well, indeed, let's start off with the regular content where I invite everybody who's watching, whether right now or after the fact, to tell us about some of your recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. I mean, I did some streaming yesterday. Even though it was meant to be a day off, I did some streaming because it was Russell's birthday, and it's still technically Russell's birthday in some parts of the world, so happy birthday to Russ through that. And we played a couple of games of Codenames. Yeah, that's the only thing I played. I also had some very traditional Chinese food cooked by my sibling who spent a few years in China.
Nice.
So it was basically just potatoes fried with a tiny bit of peppers and chicken. So it's basically 90% just potatoes fried, and not even fried that much. There was something definitely interesting there. I would have preferred it to be a wee bit more seasoned. I understand over there you also have deep fried chili flakes, which gives it a bit of extra flavor. I tried doing a bit of Tabasco sauce, but it's not quite the same. But yeah, that was it. Also yesterday I got to sleep in. I woke up at like 10:20, and yeah, it was quite nice being able to do that. And of course, I guess it's relatively recent that I did a 12-hour stream. How about that? That was pretty epic. And all the people who came in who were part of that was bleeping amazing. Just like all these people who were contributing to the sort of party vibe. Do you know what I mean? It was super lovely.
Yeah, it was a lovely stream. I said I couldn't stay very long on, but I was happy to join you. For the
it was
10
lovely
minutes,
to have
minutes.
you, and thank you for joining. Now, what are some of your recent highlights?
One of my recent highlights. It sounds maybe a little bit cheesy, but yeah, I got my son back again after 2 weeks, so that's always good. Even though, yeah, he won't join me on streams, it's good to have him around the house again. House doesn't feel that empty anymore because I don't have pets. And other recent highlights, yeah, I hopped in a stream 2 days ago, something with the number 300. It was nice. Yeah, those are my recent highlights.
Rob's been making bread and just got back, so I guess that's a very recent highlight from Rob. And Legend says that there are 3 favorites games of 2021 so far. So this isn't the games released in 2021. These are just the games that Legends has played in 2021. I don't know if these are the games that Legends has played at all or the games that Legends has played for the first time. But either way, it's role player. Yeah, I can definitely respect that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a question. Do you prefer Sagrada or do you prefer role player?
Role player. It's more puzzly. I like that.
I kind of like the abstract prettiness of Sagrada.
Yeah, it looks pretty, and if I play with my parents, I will definitely play Sagrada because the whole RPG thing goes way over their heads, so they don't get it.
Both of them are wonderful people. We can totally say that. This War of Mine, I've not played that. I've heard so many good things about it. Would
I
love to
have it.
give it a go.
It's right here.
Lost.
This is this War of Mine.
Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Yeah, there's a new one from CGE, I believe. It combines deck building with worker placement, just like June Imperium.
Well,
but
thank
better.
goodness that I have someone
at
who
least
actually
that's what
knows
I've
about
heard,
board
but-
games on the show. To
That's what I've
'Cause-
heard. I haven't played it yet. I want to play it.
yeah, I've heard that. You know what? A lot of my kind of exuberance for brand new games is going to shows, and I'm not going to lie that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't. It's going to be weird without shows, and UK Games Expo may or may not happen. I saw Richard in a Richard Denning of UK Games Expo in a private group that's just for volunteers and people who have previously been volunteers for UK Games Expo, and as I was volunteering for about 8 years. I want to say it was something. No, not 8 years. Like it was definitely 6 years. I think I actually volunteered for them. But yeah, talking about how difficult it is to work out. Anyway, but yeah, Adventure Tactics Domian's Tower sounds like some good stuff, and I hope you enjoyed that. And lots of love to Xate, of course. And that's totally understandable. Thanks for letting us know. But lots of love for the Ether. For sure. So if anyone else wants to share any other highlights, feel free. This is going to be quite a casual affair. Otherwise, let's get in your questionably quick questions for DutchYoda or me. Questionably quick questions! Where are you? And what time is it? I'm in Glasgow. It's 10:12. Where are you?
I'm in Lelystad, and it's 11:12.
Lelystad.
Yeah. Named after the person who emptied the lake over here. They built a huge dike and then pumped all the water out. So I'm living like 3 meters below sea level. So about 6 feet, I believe.
That is pretty cool. Do you ever wonder that, as the sea levels rise, at some point it's going to just end up as a little, lake?
Maybe, but probably not for me. I might be dead by then.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe it will go that fast.
Legends is in Hawaii. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for joining us. I had people from America and all over, but I'm not sure I've ever had anyone other than you from Hawaii. And we've got a tiny mini review. So Lost Ruins of Armak is a deck builder with worker placements by CG. Indeed, you're correct. The gameplay is only 5 rounds. First 2 rounds you build up. The next 3 rounds you have such great combos apparently. And the rulebook and iconography is excellent.
Okay, sounds good. I probably might get the Dutch version, but I'm not sure because I know the White Goblin Games is doing the Dutch version, and I don't know when they will bring it because they're always a little bit late with the translations. And there's always one mistake somewhere in the translation. They mess up something. Like with Tiny Towns, they messed up the graphics with the right translation, so that didn't match. Or with Watergate, they totally missed one rule. In Watergate, one rule was completely missing. Quite important rule. So everybody was like, "What's that red dot for?" Oh, yeah, sorry, it's not in the rule book.
That's really not good. Yeah, I could witter on about rule books. I'm not going to, even when it's just people working in the US and UK, and you still make mistakes, you still make blunders, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Bob makes a fair point. Apparently, the Netherlands has been doing epic sea management for centuries. It's the rest of us who will have trouble with the sea levels. Hello, Alex, who's lovely. Thank you for joining us, and
good morning.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, Legends. Like, thank you for joining us. It is lovely to see you. And Alex still got it. You are still awesome. And so if you don't know, this is because of Alex's Aquasulis's birthday. When was it? Less than a week ago. And I'm going to leave it on for maybe a week. Maybe I'll turn it off after today.
So next week it's my turn, because then it's my birthday.
Is it?
Yeah. March
When's
7th.
your birthday?
March 7th.
March 7th. So no, that's on Sunday. That's more than a week
It's on
away.
Sunday. Yeah, it's 8 days.
I mean, when it's your birthday, we can put it in, okay?
We'll cook. That command looks pretty wrong. Let's suggest something else.
Rensema or Dutch or Yoda, I'll make it so that all of them work. And whenever people say anything of those for today, that'll be all it's saying. So now, if anyone else has any questionably quick questions, then feel free to chuck them in our way. You can, of course, ask. But let's talk about a brilliant thing. Brilliant thing. What's a little thing which is brilliant? Brilliant things.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think Sate's gonna like this one. I love pastries because my birthday is coming up.
Oh,
so
sorry, I thought you were about to show
pastries.
us a pastry.
So my birthday is coming up, so I'm thinking about pies, cakes, and all sort of bakery sweets. So I love pastry.
And
so that's my brilliant thing.
Speaking of pastries, Legends had an almond joy cheesecake for their birthday. That sounds really cool.
That sounds nice.
And happy belated birthday. I hope you had a wonderful one. So Legends, happy birthday for Thursday. Had chicken Alfredo with shrimp and broccoli that night. Chicken Alfredo with shrimp. Not even sure what chicken Alfredo is, to be honest. Are you familiar with this?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it actually means.
Should I look it up? Chicken Alfredo. I'm going to find a picture. Let's see if there's one on Wikipedia which I'm allowed to show, because I don't want to go.
It's chicken with pasta.
Oh, with a creamy so it's kind of like carbonara, but with chicken rather than bacon. That's what I'm getting.
Looks good. Looks delicious.
I like this. Yeah. Alfredo is the sauce made from heavy cream parmesan and a tad of lemon. So it's basically like carbonara. It's kind of like carbonara, I guess. And I will do the stretching time in a wee bit. But we've got an important question from Rob. What's your favorite type of pastry?
I'm not sure if we what the English term for it is, or if there is an English term. But there is something called puddingbroodje, which is basically a small white bun with cream into it and with little powdered sugar over it. Pretty simple, but so delicious. Yeah, I'm gonna stretch as well because I hurt my back doing the dishwasher this morning.
Oh wow, that's not good.
Yeah, it's okay now, but at some point it said, "Nope, don't bend over."
And what's your opinion on chocolates that look like you?
You mean actually like my face, or do you mean like Yoda?
I'm assuming
I like chocolate. I like almost all sorts of chocolate. I'm not the biggest fan of white chocolate because there's mostly butter. So that's not really chocolate for me. But I love
What's your favorite
all the
percentage? I mean, it depends what's in it. If there's, some sorts of, if you want to mix something in, like cardamom or chili, like I would go for maybe 75, something like that. But if I want just plain chocolate, I would go for 100.
Yeah, really dark chocolate. Yeah, I love that.
Oh man, I think we need to move past all the. This is just getting me too hungry. I'm currently eating a stroopwafel, my coffee.
I'm taking a chocolate.
Sam, this is not fine. I mean, I have no snacks. I've just got some water. The best I've got. Yeah.
I know. I've seen that video. You're muted. You're muted, Bess.
Oh yeah, I think I muted myself because. Did you hear me complaining about everybody else having snacks and me not?
A little bit, and then at some point you were muted.
If I had breakfast, Bez, this conversation wouldn't be a problem. Maybe.
I didn't have breakfast, so now I'm eating chocolates.
The thing is, I could always eat more. I would always like to eat more. That's just the truth. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's it. I'm banning everyone. No more
pancakes.
No more food chat. I'm banning
waffles. Between waffles and pancakes, I'm going for waffles. But if I have to make them, pancakes, because it's easier for me.
But if you... Both is only for guests. So yeah, I would go with waffles as well. I would say that if it's... if for you are willing to do either, then do waffles. If you need someone to decide. So let's... We've talked about brilliant things. Let's talk about how has a typical day been for you recently? Like how's the past week been? Talk us through it.
Mostly it's getting up around 7 now because I could sleep in. So get up around 7, eat breakfast, start working around 8, finish around 5 p.m. and then have some dinner, play Valheim on the server from Slivers, and meanwhile have some streams open during the day. That's about my average day, and sometimes do a little bit cleaning around the house because that needs to be done. Stuff doesn't clean itself.
Yeah, that's me. I banned literally everyone. Now even war banned from the chats. We're not allowed to talk. Okay. No, that it's weird stuff. Let's just yeah. Feel free. Nah, you're all banned. You can't comment, ask questions from follow anymore. But you know what I mean. Okay, let's move on to it. Let's do it. Okay, DutchYoda, let's talk about what you're trying to do with this game. Let's have a quick recap. Your aspirations were originally for this game to try and just make a game that people like. And you want to get the game published. It doesn't necessarily have to be this game, but you are happy with this game. And so you think that it could be this game. Is that broadly correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there... I am... Okay.
Keep talking, Dutch. Bess is distracted.
Yeah. Okay.
I can talk about my meeting with Ravensburger.
Yes. If you're happy to do that publicly, then let's talk about it. Let's do that.
Well,
so
it was only
I encourage
5
you
minutes. It was a very short meeting.
How did it go? What happened in those 5 minutes?
Now, first, I was getting a little bit impatient because I was waiting for 15 minutes, and then I mailed them as well. Is the meeting still on? And apparently, my Microsoft meeting or my Hotmail meeting was set on GMT instead of GMT +1, so I was an hour early. So they replied, "You're not on for another hour," and I like, "Oh, that's a good start." So I fixed that. Then I had my actual meeting. I was very nervous. I noticed for myself that I didn't have a coherent story about the rules. So I explained the game to them. They had little questions, so they did understand it. But yeah, they said, "Well, we're looking for something with more variety," and so it was a no, and that was about it.
So, I mean, more variety. It's really difficult to say whether. Yeah, congratulations on the meeting. Anyway, I will agree with
Yeah,
Rob for
thank you.
sure.
I wasn't
And
even thinking that that would happen. So
honestly, I disagree with this, but it's a fair point. So this is the screen that you can see that we're. This is the game that we're talking about. We'll go through it later on. More variety. I think that it's so difficult to take games when you're pitching. It's just like, does this game suit us? Do we think that this is going to be something we can
true.
sell? That's kind of what it is. And it's
Yeah.
down to those people to determine what they can sell or whatever. And Michael mentioned that they were going to try and give everyone feedback, which is a really difficult thing to promise because, frankly, when you're opening yourself up to as many meetings as that, how can you give genuine, considered feedback? I mean, yeah, strange animal noises, it might have been looked at a bit more, and that's got hardly any variety, but it's all contextual, and I think maybe with a theme or some stronger hook, then it might have been a wee bit better. But I would almost challenge the notion that it was purely just this game doesn't have enough variety. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they showed an example of the idea that they had for a game a little bit. Cannot talk about it, of course, but
Mm-mm.
and yeah, it has different sheets. That's the variety they wanted. So multiple sheets, but that could be a possibility that I make different tracks. But the game, yeah, it works because of the combos you can make, and designing multiple tracks will be different. Will be harder.
Yeah, I mean, having so yeah, for sure, it's really interesting what was done with Imperial Settlers Roll and Write. And to my knowledge, that is still the only published Roll and Write game that does that, where every sheet is a totally different. And obviously, that's got
Yeah.
pros, it's got cons. I guess the question is, are the different games going to feel different? Like, what do they mean by variety? Do they mean that something that makes the game feel different? Because actually, now I think about it, yeah, having different animals comes up, gives it a different thing. Rob
Yeah, that's
mentioned
true.
different choices on a turn, different paths of victory. It's really hard to.
Well, that happens because you don't know what's coming up. That's the whole idea of any flip or roll and write.
Mm-mm.
Because you have a randomizer and then you do something with it.
I mean, you might want to have it that's, yeah, maybe the randomizer affects more, that there's actually, now I think about it, yeah, maybe if there's all hearts at the start, maybe that pushes you into a certain pattern of play. If it was all clubs, let's say in a theoretical example, okay? Um, so for those who don't know, I'm just going to. Do you want to give a 30-second explanation? You don't need, or shall I?
I can do it.
Okay.
So basically, we played 3 rounds with a deck of cards that's not completely balanced with all the suits. We only focus on the suits. Every time we draw 2 cards, you pick one of them. That's the resource you get for that turn. And you might store the other one later in one of the squares that you see in the connection tracks. And then at some point you can choose to use your resources to either go up on the twin tracks or do other actions like draw a line or fill in a circle, which have some limitations based on the on the rules. And then after each round, there's also one card left every time. So one card will never show up. And you multiply the check marks that you reached on the twin tracks with the circles you filled in on the connection tracks. And that's your score for that round. And yeah, each round that will exponentially grow a little bit if you do it correctly. That's it. I think it was more than 30 seconds though. And you're muted.
I was just trying to get my... Oh, there we go. Now my pen is working. So, yeah, these are the resources here where you get them. These are the places where you can store them. These are the twin tracks, and these are the various actions that you can do. Oh, stop highlighting. And these are... And it's about how many check marks do you have on here, and how many of these circles have you done here.
Yep.
So,
and sometimes you get a little bonus on the twin tracks, like draw a free line, fill in a circle, or in case of the connection tracks, you get, you can move one on the twin track.
Now, if I was to examine the game and look at it from the point of view of the feedback that you'd just been given, I would be pondering in my mind, let's say you got all the clubs in the deck, then you got all the diamonds, then all the spades, then all the hearts. Let's say there was a game. I know it's very improbable, right? But let's say you get something as extreme as that. Then let's say on another game, you get all the diamonds, then all the spades, then all the hearts, then all the clubs. How different would those two games be? Would they be very different?
Probably, because if I'm getting all of the same first, then I probably will be moving more on the twin tracks than I would be on the connection tracks.
But would those two games, because those two are both going to be all about the twin tracks?
Yeah, but the twin tracks are different, so you score them differently. At some point, you cannot move any further on a track. Like when you hit a circle and you don't have the spot to fill in a circle, and then you're stuck on that track. So you need a line first to make sure that you can place a circle.
But I mean, you've already got a wee bit of it with these ones that cause you to draw lines, which is interesting. But for the rest of it, it does feel like experientially they might be quite similar, because it's you've got things. I don't know, maybe. And then, frankly, you look at Labyrinth, like how different is the Amazing Labyrinth if you get some different cards coming out compared to some other cards? Do you know what I mean? It's not that different experientially, and so it's hard. I would 100% agree with what Rob says, which is feedback from a publisher is similar to feedback from a playtester. They are only going from their point of view and may have a strong point or may be missing something. As this was very short feedback based on the short pitch, the issue is likely to be with your pitch, is as likely to be with your pitch as the game itself. I would agree with that, because they didn't actually get to experience it.
Yeah.
And so,
I might show them.
Legend says, Imperial Settlers Roll and Write is very enjoyable, and that is a lot of variety for the solo player. For sure it is.
It is.
It comes with Imperial Settlers Roll and Write, that does have its own sort of issue, which I would say, if on one map I get a lower score than on another map, does that mean that I did worse? Does it mean that I did better? If I get a higher score than my previous efforts, does that mean I did better, or was it just an easier map? Do you know what I mean?
That's why I laminated them, so I can replay them, so I know it on map basis, how I'm doing per map.
I mean, I would have liked them to test it a bunch of times each one, ideally, would be my ideal situation, where they say, okay, this is what this many people got here. But of course, I understand it's a lot of work even to design these maps. I'm asking like kind of perfect world sort of thing. But
yeah, that's true.
yeah, imagine if a roll and write had objective cards you could change each time you play, says Aqua. Even the new Cubitos has a lot of variety with different dice loadouts per game and 4 maps to choose from. Yeah, when something's modular, that can be quite cool. You could have some sort of modular thing. But I think it's worth, unless there's anything that we feel the need to talk about, I would encourage people to check out the Discord and go and check out this map. If anyone needs a minute to download it and potentially print it or get it into their image manipulation program, let us know and we will wait for you. Otherwise, I'm just going to start reading through it. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about to catch up otherwise, Dick? I mean, Yoda?
You can call me Dick. I don't know if Twitch likes it, but you can call me Dick.
I mean, Twitch isn't going to be monitoring the audio for utterances of anyway.
Yeah, they only monitor if you're using music, certain music or something like that. Do I have anything else to talk about? Well, I already have some ideas to develop it a little bit more, but I haven't gotten around to do that because, like you mentioned 4 weeks ago, the spades and the diamonds are pretty close. So I was thinking about playing with that a little bit, make them more unique. That's why the one gives a free line and the other one gives a circle on the twin tracks. But I was also thinking about different kind of lines that you can draw depending on did you choose for diamonds or did you choose for spades, and that will draw the line.
I mean, definitely, I see what you've done.
And maybe different maps.
Cool. I mean, potentially even having more circles, but let's actually play it. I will read through these instructions. I have played this game before. I'm going to read through these instructions. That'll give me something to do. And yeah, tell other people how it's played. Lovely suit drawing. Game designed by, I would say separates that out. By Dick DutchYoda Rensema. Goal. Score as many points as possible by collecting check marks on the twin tracks and filling circles on the connection tracks. Setup. Get a normal deck of cards. From this deck, get the following number of cards per suit. 4 hearts, 5 spades, 5 diamonds, 9 clubs, and 2 jokers. So that's 9, 7, makes 16, 25 cards total.
Yep.
And it is a very abstract game right now, but a theme and that stuff can be added later. This is the way that you find it easier to work, I guess, by coming from a mechanics first point of view. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Gameplay. The game consists of 3 rounds, and each round of 11 turns. Is that right?
Should be 12. Should be 12 because,
okay.
25
it should be 12
cards.
turns. Before each round, shuffle your custom deck and place it face down on the table. At the beginning of the turn, reveal the top 2 cards from the deck. Focus only on the suits of the cards. The number has no value in this game. I would just say the number is irrelevant or the number is unimportant.
Okay.
Choose one of the 2 suits and mark it in your collection. Make sure you can mark it again if it's being used. Okay, mark it again. So you need to mark it to show that you have it, for example, with a circle, and then you mark it again, for example, crossing it off once it has been used. Yeah. If the card is a joker, you can choose any suit you want, like you might expect. Jokers are wild. If you have an empty square connected to a filled circle through a dotted line, so this is where it gets a little bit, there's a wee bit to understand. An empty square connected to a filled circle, so through a dotted line, then what can you do? You can Sorry. You may draw or note the other suits in that square. The suits can be earned later in the game. Jokers cannot be stored this way. So it's kind of like you're storing them. It makes me think, if you wanted to have some sort of theme, it makes me think of gardening a wee bit and like kind of plotting things. You're like then sprouting them later on, or I don't know, just gardening. Now you may use your collected suits for special actions if possible. This can be done simultaneously. When cross-off suit X is mentioned, you must have already earned this suit. First, you can advance on the twins track. By just crossing off 2 of the same suits, you can cross off the leftmost space on the corresponding track. You can collect a bonus if possible. If it is a check mark, note that at the end of the track. So if I had 2 hearts, like let's say I'd gotten one here and one here, I could cross them off. Boop, 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 boop. Red is maybe not the best color, which makes me slightly sad, but I will go with hot pink. There we go. And maybe I'll even make it thicker so that people in the chat can see it. Does this look good? Is that clear? Okay, great. And so I would cross them off, and I'd be like, yeah, hearts and heart goes there, and there's a little check mark. So remember, your check marks times circles is your score. What else can you do? You can do the twins track. That's what we just talked about. Secondly, you can draw a line. To be able to draw a line, it must be dotted and connected to at least one filled circle. Cross off, you've got to missing F there, by the way, 2 clubs and 1 heart, and draw over the dotted line. When you pass a square, you get the suit noted in that square. And that is the dotted line from one circle to another circle, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. As the last option, you can fill a circle. To be able to fill a circle, you must have at least 1 line drawn to it. Cross off a club, a spade, and a diamond to fill that circle. Okay, so these things are helpfully here. So you've got the twin tracks, which you need 2 of a kind, special actions, 2 clubs and hearts, or you've got basically 1 of each except for the hearts, and you get a circle. That's it. End of round. When there's 1 card left in the deck and everyone's done with their actions, the round is over. Count your total number of check marks earned and the circles filled. Multiply those numbers, and that is your score for the round. End of game after the 3rd round, the game is over. Add up the scores of the 3 rounds, and the highest score wins. If there's a tie, the player with the most filled circles wins. If there's still a tie, the player with the most unused suits wins. If there's still a tie, compare it based on suits in the following order: hearts, spades, diamonds, clubs. If there's still a tie, play another game or share the victory. Okay, that's just so many tie breaks.
Yeah, I wanted to be thorough.
Wow, so multiply them to start off with, then do the circles, then most unused suits. Okay, so yep, and then okay, fair enough. And when it says compare the suits in the following order, is that compare it compare what? Compare unused suits?
Or yeah, the unused, yeah.
Okay.
Unused. So the most unused hearts.
And yeah, just to catch up with the chat, thank you very much, Rob, for lurking. I really appreciate that. And it's all good. Legend says, I made a solitaire game for my enjoyment last year using a deck of cards, but then eventually made a 52 card deck with 4 different monsters. Cool. Alex asks, do you have an ideal theme for this game?
No. It was based on early on. I'm not certain if it still works that way. So, yeah, I don't have a theme ready or in my mind.
So if you've got any ideas, if anything pops into your head as we're going through this game, then feel free to suggest it. So Let us start. That seems to be a good thing to do. Oh, I need to plug myself in. Just give me a moment. I do apologize. Now I am plugged in. Yeah, now I'm plugged in.
Okay, I'm shuffling the cards right now.
Shuffle, shuffle.
Shuffle, shuffle. I like the cards, but they're hard to see on stream lately. Well, it's doable, but on my stream you can't see it. Especially the red cards are a little bit dark.
You'll
Contrast
have to
isn't
tell us
great.
what that is.
Well, you won't see anyway because I'm gonna put it out on my table. So people who can count cards,
But
you're out of luck. So,
oh wait,
first,
weren't those the first two cards?
no, I was just showing how they looked. I will show
Okay.
the two cards. So is everybody ready?
I mean, I think it's just you and I playing along.
Okay. So we have a joker and a clubs.
Okay, so you are playing as well, Yoda, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Alex is at work, so can't play today, unfortunately. Joker and clubs, you say? Joker and clubs. Okay. Well, looking at it, how do I want to do this strategy? Hearts is quite nice. These use three things. Hearts has few. Maybe I should use the Joker as a heart. That seems like an obvious choice. There are 3 check marks in each suit now. So
Yep.
it's not as if anyone's particularly better, although the hearts are still a little bit better because you get to draw a line and you get to draw a circle. So that's pretty efficient on the twins track. So yeah, hearts are really good on the twins track. I'm going to go for a heart with the joker, and maybe I will put a little club into here.
Yeah, I just wrote down a C. Keep it simple.
Okay.
Yeah, ready for the next because we cannot do any actions right now.
Of course.
We have a diamond and a heart.
Diamond and a heart. Okay. So maybe I should have gotten some clubs in, but I think I'm going to go for a heart and not bother storing the diamond.
I stored the diamond. I used also did a heart with the joker, by the way. So I used my 2 hearts to get my first check mark.
Now I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to wait since maybe I get to the line.
Mm-hmm. So next up is clubs and spades.
Clubs and spades. Okay, well, I really need to get those circles started. Although we do have one circle already, so Yoda is currently scoring 1 point. I'm scoring 0.
Yeah. That was one of the things I did. Force you to work from that point on because it's filled in. So you have to draw lines from that circle. You cannot start just anywhere. And yeah, it gives you 1
I like
point
the sense
already.
of guidance.
Yeah,
It feels a wee bit better.
Yeah. Next up, clubs and hearts.
Clubs and hearts. Do you remember when we started? It was like maybe 3 minutes ago?
Yeah.
10,
something like that.
46. Start. Clubs and hearts. Okay, clubs and hearts. Do I go for a heart? Maybe I go for a heart here, and then I store another club here. Yeah. Just so that I draw. Oh, 8 minutes. Once I've drawn the line, I don't want to. I'm undoing that club. Okay. So once I've drawn the line
and spades.
my things, I want the triple. Hearts and spades, did you say?
Clubs and spades.
Clubs and spades, okay. I am going to do that. Clubs and spades, and I might as well draw the line, crossing off those two clubs. So
I'm getting.
and I will cross off the 3 hearts as well. So I do that line and I get my check mark.
Yeah, and you get a club and a spade because of your line.
Yep. You know what? I think I am going to actually. I know this isn't in the spirit of roll and writes, but I'm actually just going to delete the things that I no longer have, if that's okay. Just because
That's
it's
okay.
very much more obvious.
Yeah. So next up, spades and diamonds.
Spades and diamonds. Okay, so I clearly want to do this diamonds and then use them to fill in this circle. And that means now I've got 2 circles times 1. So that's 2 points.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. I'm still at 1. Because I don't know why, but I stored my heart the last time. So I'm still waiting for that heart to draw a line. Okay, not much choice right now. Diamonds and diamonds.
Diamonds are forever, forever.
I had a different song in mind, but okay. Something diamonds are a girl's best friend.
The old kind of power songs. So what's next?
Next, diamonds and clubs.
Diamonds and clubs. So here's where I'm thinking maybe. And so just to confirm, when it says twin, you go up any twin track when you fill in that circle.
Yeah, but the leftmost one.
Yeah. But any of the 4.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Okay, so
use my
diamonds
2
and
diamonds
clubs.
to get that spade.
I think I'm going to choose clubs. And I won't store the other one just yet, because I learned my lesson from last time. Don't store more than you can handle.
I have everything stored right now, so yeah.
Actually, you know what? I've got
heart shows
maybe I
up.
should. Maybe I will store a wee diamond here. Okay.
Well, you have 2 more spots now next to the new circle of yours.
Yeah.
Still no hearts. Spades and clubs.
Spades and clubs. Okay, I could use spades and I could use clubs, and this is where the game is really nice because of this storing mechanism. And so I'm going to. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do the spade in here because the spade is what lets me draw the circle, and then another club here. So potentially that might let me go up on that twin track and get a second check mark.
Yeah, I did get my second check mark because with my spade I had 2 spades, so I used my 2 spades to get a new diamond, which made my 4 diamonds. So yeah, I'm working on the diamond track, and I'm so happy that I finally got hearts and clubs, but mostly hearts, because that means I can finally draw a line. And I'm going to draw this line, which gives me 2 spades, which I stored, which the 2 spades I can check for another check mark.
And this is the interesting part of the game for me. This storage system of, okay, what do you plant? When do you get it? Yeah, when do you move over to get? Do you draw the line to get two things and then fill a circle, or do you draw the line to get one thing and then maybe get a twin? That's a genuinely interesting decision.
Yeah, that's why I changed them. For one of the early designs, it was one, and then you get two, but there wasn't a twin. But I wanted more combo mechanisms, so
Mm-mm.
so I switched those
Let's carry
around, and
on.
maybe you can get a twin and then combo on. So spades and clubs.
Spades and clubs. Hmm.
I'm gonna go for the spade. I cannot store anything else right now.
I'm going for a club, and I think I will store a spade over here.
And then we are at our last two cards. Oh, stretchy time.
Is it? Oh, stretchy time. Turn around. Stretchy time. Stretchy time. Turn around. Remember your body. It's stretching time. Stretching time. Okay, just a quick stretch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last two clubs and hearts.
Clubs and hearts. You must be very happy.
Not sure actually. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try something different right now.
I am considering taking the club and the heart to draw a line. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I can't do both of them.
No, I could
And
take the club and get
think
another check mark.
I'm going to take the heart and put the club somewhere. Because clubs are deceptively useful just because of those lines.
Yep.
Put that club there. And I will, just because it's the end of the round, get rid of
Yep.
two of my clubs to make a check mark. And that gives me a wee check mark. So end of round, I have 2 times 2, gives me 4.
I got 4 times 1, which also gives me 4.
You have 4 check marks.
Yeah. I went for twin tracks because the hearts were not showing up anymore.
Wow, that is... Okay, this is going to be interesting. So the scores are identical, but if you are so far up that twin track, it feels like you might be better placed in that case. I don't know.
I'm not sure yet. It will take a while before I get to the lines in the circles. Okay, cards are shuffled. Round number 2.
Round 2. Fine.
Spades and hearts.
Spades and hearts. Okay.
And this is a tough call for me. No, it's not. Because I cannot store the heart. Because I don't have a circle yet. So that's my problem. But if I take a spade, I can take my 2 spades, get further on the twin track, which gives me a heart. So I still have my heart.
I'm going to do... I think I'm going to take the heart just because I know you need them for the lines, and although then if you're using it just for the lines, unless you're actually filling the circle, that's not super efficient because then you're using 3 things to get 2 things, whereas the twin track is more efficient. I mean, I could do hearts and then get a club. That's pretty useful. I'm going to go for hearts. Am I going to do a spade? Will I need a spade for later? Do I want to club a spade? No, probably not, but I might. I'm just going to ignore this. I'm going to ignore the spade.
Okay. Next one up, clubs and hearts.
Clubs and hearts. Okay. I'm going to go with clubs here. And then...
Yeah, me too.
Hearts here. And then using one of my hearts that I've taken and 2 of the clubs, draw the line, which gives me another one of these hearts. Although maybe I'm going to... I feel like I've made a terrible mistake. But hey, it's early days yet.
Oh, it's noon right now for me. Clubs or clubs?
Are you not familiar with this phrase? It's early days. It means that within the game.
Yeah, that's true. I understand. So
Okay.
I went for clubs because, yeah, I didn't have a choice.
Okay, so
Clubs or clubs?
I've done a club.
Yeah, you're not storing the other one?
Yeah,
it's up to you. I'm not going to
nah.
force you.
You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. There you go.
Clubs and spades?
Okay, this is where happily I have the spade, and then I get rid of the spade, get rid of the diamond, get rid of the club, and that fills in this circle, which is my third circle.
Nice.
Then I go up on the twin track, and I will go up on the heart twin track, which gives me a club.
Nice. So again, spades and clubs.
Spades and clubs. I could use some more lines.
I want a diamond. Where are the diamonds? I need to fill in one circle, at least one.
Spade. Do I want to store the spade? Okay. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Hearts and spades.
Hearts and spades.
No, hearts and clubs. Sorry, hearts and clubs. Sorry, my bad.
Ooh.
Hearts and clubs.
Okay, well, I'm not going to store that club. I think I am going to take the heart
nice.
because what I really want is to put down a heart, then get rid of that heart and get rid of 2 clubs so that I can draw another
line. Nice.
I want a twin. See, this is actually super interesting. Yeah, this decision between getting a twin in a wee moment or getting the 2 things right now. And getting that twin, it's going to be situational as well. But I feel like right now, going here might be... Oh, actually, I'm going to give myself those 3 things back because I just realized that what I really might want to do is go to 2 corners and then go to the 2 twins. That's going to be my strategy. I've just decided. Okay. Yeah. Feels like there's a surprising amount, like definitely with this balancing of the twin or the thing. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, next up. A joker and a spade.
Oh, if only I could store that joker as a heart. Spade.
Yeah. I need to give you some type of limitation.
Of course, of course. Oh, I could use double hearts as a as a line drawing. Let's be honest, I'm definitely going to get rid of 2 hearts at some point during this round to draw another cross check mark.
Yeah, I made my joker a spade so I could store that, note that one and store the other spade.
Okay, let's see what comes up next.
Next, hearts and clubs.
Hearts and clubs. Oh wait, what am I doing? I was about to cheat. I want a club here, I think. So when do I get... Okay. How many cards are left?
Let's see. 4, 6, 8, 9. So 4 more rounds.
Okay, loads of rounds. Okay.
Well, 4.
Will I fill in a circle? Because I think I could fill in a... Could I fill in a circle? Could I fill in a circle right now? Because then if I fill in a circle, then just in case 2 things come up that I want. Let me take off a heart and take off 2 clubs first to draw a line. And that gives me a club and a spade. Then I'm going to... What do I need now? I need a diamond. Oh, if only I had a diamond next to this.
No.
Okay, could I use another spade? Maybe I will.
You could use your 2 hearts to get a free line.
Yeah, and then get the diamond, but that feels suboptimal.
True.
I'm going to use the 2 hearts to get a line. No, actually, let me wait. I don't need to do that just yet.
No.
Yeah,
because now we have a joker and a diamond.
A joker and a diamond.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, maybe I should have done it. No, actually, I couldn't have. Yeah, I could have if I had done the free line for the diamond. But then it would have been diamond anyway. Okay, joker and diamond. What do I want? What do I want?
I can store the diamond anyway.
Okay, it's slightly sad, but I am going to use the diamond. And I'm going to do those 3 things. And there we go.
I'll use my joker for my hearts and get another check mark. Seems like I'm scoring better on the twin tracks right now. So not much choice this round. Diamond and diamond.
Okay, I can dig it. Let me... Actually, do I want to bother storing a diamond? Probably not. Let me just pop a diamond. And next?
Next up, diamond and clubs.
Diamond and clubs.
I'm going for clubs. And I hope I don't miscount the spades. I hope a spade will show up. Then I can fill in one more circle.
Clubs are super useful, so I am going to go for... Actually, do I want so many diamonds? Probably not. I don't know. But... yeah, let me... Do I want... Maybe I do want a diamond. I don't know. It's really hard to do. Okay, there we go.
Last one. Spades and clubs. So I'm going definitely for the spades because now I can fill in a circle.
Same.
Not
spades.
The most prominent spot to place one, but still.
Okay, so I'm getting rid of the 2 hearts I have. So I move up on the twin track and I draw a little line and I will get myself... Which do I want? A heart, a spade or a diamond? I think there is no preference. So I'll cross off through the diamonds semi-arbitrarily. And then I will get rid of a diamond, a club, and a spade to fill in this.
Nice.
Oh no! That means that if I were to go up the twin track here, I wouldn't get anything. That is slightly sad.
Well, you can take something else.
Yeah, it feels like suboptimal. I mean, maybe trying to be optimal is putting myself under too much pressure. Do you know what I mean? But
yep.
I think, should I go for hearts and then that? I think I'm going to go for hearts and then, yeah, that's what I'm going for. There we go. Now I really need those clubs. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll even have
this
to
was the end
draw.
of the round. So
Yeah. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3.
I had 6 times 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, I went fast on the twin tracks. They are ready to do the combo. So because I got my spades ready, and my hearts is also pretty far along. And let's shuffle the cards again.
So this is the final round. We're going to play through, and so you've got 6 check marks and 3 circles.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Both of us were very lopsided, interestingly, but in different ways.
Yep. My heart is ready. Nice, Nicholas.
Okay, let's start. My heart is also ready for this.
Diamond and clubs.
Diamonds and clubs. It's got to be clubs.
Yeah, for me, well, because I need to draw lines.
Let me quickly remind myself how many are there of each thing. 4 hearts, 5 spades, 5 diamonds, 9 clubs, and 2 jokers.
Yep.
There we go. Who's winning? DutchYoda by 3 points.
Currently, yeah. Next up, clubs and clubs.
Clubs and clubs, okay. So the only choice is a club.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to... or should I store that other club? Yes, storing that other... I am very tempted to store... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Okay, come on.
Hearts and clubs.
Hearts and clubs.
So that makes me happy. So now I can draw a line. But which one? This one, okay, because that will give me a spade.
I've really got to focus on the twins tracks.
Next up, spades and clubs.
Spades and clubs, okay.
I'm going to use a spade so I can use my spades to draw a free line, which will be here, which gives me a new spade and a heart.
I think I'm going to go all out on the clubs for now. See how it goes.
Yeah. Next up, joker and clubs.
At what point are you allowed to do actions? Can you do actions anytime?
First, in the beginning, you must choose a resource and maybe store a resource, and then you can do actions. You cannot store after you did your actions.
Okay.
So I'm choosing. But
could you do your action? Yeah, because what I was thinking is, could you do your actions and then claim and store?
Okay. No, you claim and store first, and then you do your actions. So
okay, got it.
Chose for a heart, which gave me 2 hearts, which made me draw a line, which gave me a club and a diamond. Now I have a club, a diamond, and a spade.
Okay, I'm going for hearts.
which gives me a
So it was
circle.
heartsy club. I'm going for hearts. I will get rid of a heart and
Circle. I'll do that.
2 clubs to draw my own line. And I'm going to draw my line there towards the twin track, which gives me another thing. And now I can get rid of 2 hearts. Yeah, let's get rid of these 2 hearts. And it gives me 1 more check mark. Because the 2 hearts fill in the circle, and then one fill in the circle, it's a twin, which I go up on the clubs.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up, diamond and clubs.
Diamonds and clubs. Okay. I'm all about the clubs.
Yeah,
I'm
I
committed.
noticed. I'm going for a diamond right now. Next up, clubs and hearts.
Clubs and hearts. Okay. I think I'm going to go for the heart. Maybe.
Yeah, me too.
I could. Okay. Carry on.
Spades and diamonds.
Spades and diamonds. Okay. For me, that is it actually that simple. Because I'm going to get to spade here, so maybe I want the diamond there. I don't know. But yeah, I think I am. What else am I likely to get? I don't know. I'm not sure how much it matters, but let me go with a spade.
Okay. Next up, joker and spades.
Joker and spade. Okay, this is where it's critical. Okay. I think I want the heart. If the heart gives me that, then that clubs give. I really need the line. The lines are too far away. I'm never going to get the spade. How many cards are left?
Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 3 more turns.
Okay, only 3 more turns. So it feels like, yeah, I might want to think a little bit about what I'm doing and do some actions before the next card comes out. If I were to do, hearts and double spade, then I would be able to draw a line, which gives, I mean, when I said double spade, I meant double club, obviously. So that gives me another spade. And now I get rid of diamonds, clubs, and spades to fill that line.
Nice.
And that's the final twin thing. It does make me think, okay, maybe I want to fill in, okay, maybe I fill in spades. Or maybe I fill in, because spades, yeah, which twin track? I'm just going to talk through my thinking because I find it, as a designer, sometimes it's useful to hear what people are thinking. So if I went on the hearts track, that's giving me my 5th check mark, which is clearly good. If I go on, but I'm likely to get another heart anyway, because I've already got 1 heart. I could aim for a spade, hoping to get to check there and there. Or, I feel I should do the safe option, or, yeah. I think Rob asks, how are things going? Yoda beats me in round 2. Yoda's ahead by 3 points. but anything could happen. I think Yoda's probably going to stay a wee bit ahead because it's that kind of game.
Well, you got your twin circles. I only got one, and I don't see myself getting to another one. So.
Is this the kind of game where you would want people to remember what's come out, or would you want people to be able to look at? I mean, in the final game, would you be putting these onto a track so people can say, okay, this many of these things come out, this many of these things come out, and kind of make guesses based on that?
I guess that's up to the players, because if some people are really good at card counting, they will have an advantage, of course. So,
what would you prefer it to be?
I would prefer it to be that you can see what has been coming up, so you can play with younger players as well, who aren't maybe that sufficient with card counting. So they know, there aren't so much left of that. It might raise the AP a little bit.
I would like to ask how many hearts and spades are left, like how many, and jokers.
Let's see. I think both jokers are out.
Okay.
That's one heart over here, and that's one heart over here. There should be 2 hearts left.
Okay, and how many spades?
Spades. 1, 2, 3, and we have 5, so 2 more spades.
Okay, so we're definitely going to see another spade and another heart. So I am going to cross off the spade to give me a diamond, hoping to get both the hearts and the spade in the final 2 turns.
Well, you got a diamond and a heart.
Diamond and a heart. Okay, that works very well. So hearts goes, I get rid of those, and that puts me up on the twin track. Boom.
I'm going for the diamond because my heart twin track is already full, and I have a heart ready to draw a line. So I'm waiting for clubs to show up.
So now with 2 spades left, that means at least one of them is going to flip over.
And here it is, a spade and a club.
So I get my spade, I remove that and the other spade, and I've got 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 times 7.
So we have one more round. So just 2 more cards showing up. Maybe you get more.
No, it's impossible for me to do any better, but I guess it might come to the tiebreak. Carry on.
For me, it's hearts and diamonds. And
okay, so
take the...
Let me remember what the tiebreak was, because that's the only situation hearts matters more, so I will take the heart.
And the heart does nothing for me.
In terms of scoring, it's still 6 times 7, which is 42. And my score...
For me, it's 5 circles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 check marks. So that's 40. Which
okay, so you win by 1 point. So I've got 4, 19...
No, it's just 40 in the
61.
last round. Oh, you got 61? Yeah, I got 62.
Yep, exactly. You win by 1 point.
By 1 point, cool.
Okay.
So it's a close game.
Yeah, I think in the second round, if I had... Yeah, I can definitely see things I could have done differently. I did a lot better. Is there a strategy that can enable you to catch up at the end of the game? I mean, as you saw, like, I definitely caught up a little bit, but not enough. I beat Yoda by 2 points in the third round, but Yoda beat me by 3 points in the second round. And so, again, I enjoyed it. It was 11:24, so it took us 48 minutes to play through. Obviously, it might be 40 minutes or 30 minutes.
Yeah, if it was... stream it will be a little less. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely felt like it wasn't out of the realms of plausibility, but Yoda has played this quite a bit. I mean, it's his Yoda's game. Yoda's been involved in every game of it played.
Yep. I haven't done any blind play testing. I will be sending it to some friends who wanted to try it. So,
and I would say, if you had kept track of what had come out, then we could have actually compared these two scores, 61 and 62, to what people had done later on. Because
yeah, I
it
forgot
would
to
be
write down.
it would be interesting to do what Alex did and sorts
Yeah.
of see a broader scope of people.
Yeah, I'll rewatch the stream later on, and then note the rounds that came by.
Yeah, that would be interesting data.
Yeah.
I really like the change that you've made. I really like the fact that sometimes you get these two places. So it's like, hey, I could do a line and I could go here. And then boom, I get double clubs. That feels like a big moment. Do you know what I mean? It feels
Yeah.
exciting. Getting one thing, it feels marginal. Getting two things, that feels exciting. Also, going up on the twin track, yeah, it's got a bit of a ramp up. That's really nice. You start off on a couple of them with a check mark, but then, okay, as it goes up, you get, hey, now you can do a line. Now you can do a circle. And that choice of whether to go for the twins track or go for a double thing when you're drawing your line, that's really interesting. I think that with my strategy, what was it, 3 times 5, I really should not have gone to the lower left. I should have done all of one side first. If I were to play this again, I would do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like these four. These four here. Let me change the color of my pen. I would choose these four here, if you see the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 to help me go up the twins track, to help me get the check marks. I do definitely like these things. I think that it's definitely interesting how the value of these things, yeah, Alex mentioned watching it back later. It's interesting how the value of these things changes as the game goes on. It's definitely interesting looking at it and feeling like, oh, I could do a circle, but I don't actually have any circles that I could fill right now. And so in a way, circles aren't as good as lines, which is really interesting, because lines, you can always do them.
Yep.
And circle, it's almost like, okay, you get to it. You don't want to go up that twin track until you've got a circle ready, because otherwise it's wasted. I wonder if you could do more of the line drawing and stuff
Well, I'm
potentially.
thinking that the second heart on the club's track could be a line drawing as well.
Yeah, it could be like, because the club's track is quite, you really want to use all your clubs for the utility.
Yeah.
And I like this, yeah, I mean, I'll let Yoda, obviously, I'm never sure whether this is a question for me or Yoda, but I was actually about to get to this, that it feels like heart is useful for, sorry, that's terribly drawn, for this track. Yeah, hearts you really want to use for this track, and that's what heart should be focused on. And also because it's rare, you want to get the hearts. Whereas
That's
clubs,
why I made it used for lines as well, because then you are forced in the beginning to be careful what you do with hearts.
Yeah, you really need to take
at
those
the end,
hearts.
you can go fast as you want, because then you get 3 lines. But until then, you need at least 1 heart.
But if you rely on the 3 lines, then that's not too great. It's like the clubs, it feels like those ones you really need, because you need them for the line drawing. Line drawing is so useful. And
Yeah.
also the club is pretty good. And in answer to the second question of Alex, I don't personally believe that they should be. Like, I think that clubs and diamonds are very similar still. I mean, I know, okay, there's on the track, the diamond, and let me actually get rid of all of this stuff and make my sheet all pristine. But
The
over
funny part
here
is,
on the leftmost parts of the track, the
I didn't
diamonds.
even use the club twin track only once to get the first check mark. I didn't use it at all.
Like, that's a wee bit of a difference. That's a wee bit of a difference. Otherwise, they are identical.
Yeah.
But then once you've gone down a certain path, it pushes
Well,
you
you
through.
you hit a lot of twin spots, and I didn't. I only hit one twin spot.
Yeah, what do you think of this question, Yoda? Do you think that the different resources are roughly equivalent?
Oh, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Are they all useful? Are they all
Well,
similarly as useful as each other?
there are some difference in how you use them. Maybe hearts, yeah, you focus a lot of more on the twin tracks. The clubs are very useful almost for anything. That's why there are so many in the deck. So yeah, with the current spread, I'm happy with how useful they are. I
And
had some suggestions from playtesters that said, well, we want more resources. And I think, yeah, but if I give you everything you want, then the game doesn't give you choices.
I felt like with this game, I don't know, was it always 25 cards? Was it 25 cards last time?
No, I think well, yeah, no, it was less because there were less hearts in them, less clubs, and no, in the same clubs, but there were less hearts in them because we only had three in the beginning, so there was a possibility to score nothing at the beginning if you didn't focus on any, if you focus too
Let
much
me
on one
actually look
track.
at the original thing. 2, 4, 4, 9, and 2. 8, 17, 19, 20, 22.
Yeah, 23. So that's
23.
why, yeah.
17. Wait. 8,
Right.
17, 19. No, 21. It used to be 21.
Yeah, so
So
the
it used
rounds
to
were a
be
little bit
2 fewer
shorter.
turns.
Yeah.
So we had 6 more turns in this game.
Yeah.
I felt like I did a lot more. I think that it's not just, but the reason I did a lot more is also because of these twin things. Because the twin things allow you to jump up. These things allow you to draw. These things allow you to draw more circles. And when you're able to sometimes unlock 2 things with a single line, that's really helping you. So the actions themselves are a lot more powerful than they used to be.
Yeah, that's true. And I agree with Aquasulus, but yeah, the choices you make in a game make the value of different resources different. Because, like in the beginning of the game, I used my hearts to go on the twin track, which prohibited me to draw lines. So yeah, then I focused more on the twin tracks. And the next round, I was focusing more on lines and getting there. So yeah, it's also the choices that you make that depends how the value of resources are.
I wonder. Um, I wonder if there could be slightly more, even more explosiveness sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, it's too much towards the end of the game, I believe.
No. I like that. I like that. I like the fact that the last round, it's like, okay, we had 4 points, then 8 points, then 42. I felt like that was really good, and Okay, stretching
Jiggle and
time.
wiggle.
Okay,
How do you stretch and wiggle at the same time?
It's like you can lift up your leg and then it's kind of more, when I say stretching time, it's just about moving your body and for me getting up out of the chair. Anyway, I'm just wondering if there could be even more explosion. Like with the twin tracks, that was really cool. What if more circles let you get to twin track? I don't know, like what if a circle let you get to twin track, another circle let you get 2 twins? Would that be too much? It might be, because you don't want to have too much complexity in a single turn.
Might be, but yeah, I could draw different connection tracks so you can play with stuff. I was thinking about making one when you get 2 resources, then you get a blank, then you get 1 resources and twin, and then you get no resources but double twin. So you get those lines and make it split up a little bit, so you have options to go to. But
I mean, in terms of theme, I do think that the spades and diamonds, I mean, are you really going to go down that far for this bit where, are you going to ever, be really getting this line or circle? And if you're not, then the rest of it doesn't even matter. So I wonder, could they be marginally different somehow? Could it be that a check mark's really good. Is a check mark about as good as 2 lines, maybe? In which case, maybe this could be a line here, and maybe this is another draw line. I don't know. And then it's a
good
check mark. So you actually have fewer check marks on one of them, but it's draw a couple of lines. Maybe it's even I don't know. Maybe they start off because they are each other. That's also quite similar. Maybe if one of them was a heart and one of them was a club, because clubs and hearts feel very similar. I mean, very different. It feels like you've got hearts, you've got spades and diamonds, and you've got clubs. I think you still want to have the 4 resources.
And we just said the wriggle.
So
I can dance. I can only do ballroom dancing.
But no, it feels really good. How do you feel the playtest went? How do you feel?
Well, at first I was like, I'm running away with this. After the second round, definitely, I was like, and then you got back to me with 1 point, so I was happy with that. That means there's a little balance in the game. So there's a moment that you can catch up, but there's no one single strategy that works, and that I'm happy with that.
And sorry about that, Nicholas. So Nicholas, I was saying that here it could basically, this could be a heart, this could be a club here potentially, and then here, like maybe draw a line. Here is another draw a line. That's what I was suggesting. Just to make one very different to the other just by virtue of the track. Do you know what I mean? Because then if they are giving you each other, it's still not that different. But if one's giving you a heart and one's giving you a club, well, that's very different.
That's true. I'm going to play with that.
The strategy is definitely not obvious enough for me to feel like I would play optimally on a second game or even a third game, but yeah, I do wonder how much depth there would be for a fourth game. I feel like if I were to play this set of rules for the fourth time, I wonder in terms of theme. I mentioned flowers. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of that. It's like one of them you get as maybe the circles are like ponds or irrigation or something, and it just reminds me of flowers somehow. You're putting something in, and then later it blooms into a flower, and then you use your flowers to.
I can see that.
I don't know. How would you then do that sort of theme? I've never been great at meshing mechanisms to theme, but it's something to sort of think about if you want.
Yeah.
I would say that, when we started this 6 weeks ago, you said that one of your aims was to make a game that people enjoy.
Yep.
And so I would
That's the
say,
most important part. If people don't enjoy the game, then yeah, I missed my goal. I might enjoy it, but then I'm the only player, so that's boring.
but one important thing is to make it available to people. And I
Yeah.
think having this sheet, it's already in the thing, and just kind of, note down the cards list and maybe do a second game and say, okay, now people can compare their scores and people can show their things in your channel in the Discord.
Yeah.
And then that way you're kind of making it a little bit more available to people, and then you can put it up on your own. Yeah, basically mention it on the Twitter, say, hey, here's the thing, here's the rules, download it here, and for people to take easily. It's already at the point where I would say, yeah, share it and get more feedback from people. This
Yep.
is, I think that for me, the biggest change of having some of the twins tracks drawing lines, some of the twins tracks you draw circles. That's definitely something exciting. What if, if the twins tracks were a little bit longer with the single twin in maybe every circle and double twin in some circles, or maybe even triple twins? I don't know. Maybe if you do four of them, maybe if you cross off 4 at one go, you get a bonus twin. No, that's probably a bad thing to do because you've waited so long. I'm just thinking, then you should get like a small bonus. Oh my gosh!
You got a
Oh,
raid.
Laws Bros, thank you very much. I've got a
Hello.
wee song. Laws Bros, thank you very much for the raid. I want you to know it's appreciated. Maybe for me it's morning, for you it's bedtime, but either way it's a meeting of minds. And for those who don't know what this is, DutchYoda, who's made this amazing game that you can see here. We've just finished playing it and now we're chatting about it and we're discussing how to make it even better. So it's kind of like a mentorship. Although, as we get towards the end, I guess what questions would you like to ask me? I mean,
Well, you already gave me some advice, so there's that. Well, I'm thinking about all the ideas that you have. I can create multiple versions and just let people play test them and say which one they feel is the best and
you
why.
mean different
Especially,
sheets?
different sheets with different tracks and let people play with them and determine, well, I like this one better because, or this one was rubbish because. It won't be all that perfect, I guess.
Yeah, try it and see what people are thinking. And hello to you too. I guess, yeah, once you've done a stream, it's that old thing of, so now I'll do the song again. Thank you, Lost Bros, for the raid. I want you to know it's appreciated. Maybe it's morning, maybe it's bedtime, but either way, it's a meeting of minds. Here we are doing a mentorship of some sort. That's totally hip. And now it's improv, so we will maybe carry on right after I finish this song. Anyway, so no, that sounds good. And I know a lot of people are quite often excited in this day and age to have a little bit of together.
Yeah.
And having something where even if you're playing it at different times, you can still compare your scores to each other because you all played with the exact same cards in the exact same orders. That's a really nice idea. And I'll send you an invite, actually. Remind me if I don't do it, or yeah, remind me if I haven't done it by this evening. I'll invite you to Oliver's place where people are for things. And yeah, there's all sorts of people who just want to do some bits of playtesting or put up a thing on Twitter saying, hey, peeps, this is a thing. Go through it and you can compare your score to everyone else who went through this. It's a really nice idea.
Yeah.
And then everyone can say, oh, did I manage to beat DutchYoda? Did I manage to beat Bez? Did I manage to get within 10 points of either of them? And yeah, did I manage to, like, for sure, it's the second time that I played this game, and so I definitely came in with an advantage. And I think that I could definitely see this being interesting, maybe with maybe there could be a modular map, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, we were talking about modular maps earlier, some sort of variation.
Yeah.
I mean, with the whole circling it to get the resource and then crossing it off when you don't have the resource, I don't know, maybe it's actually a tile thingy game. And just to Loz, I did take yesterday off, I'm taking tomorrow off, and I'm taking 3 days off next week. But so I did break my streak straight away, and I've not streamed in over a day, which is kind of the longest that I've not streamed in nearly a year. But no, I put it in my calendar for when my 400th episode is, and I actually blanked out. I decided 2 weeks is probably a good time, not because I'm feeling I need to take 2 weeks off, but because I think that, and it's been really nice coming back. It's been nice chatting to Yoda, and it was really nice chatting to you. And think of any other questions that you want to ask me. But it's been, yeah, I think that having a wee bit of time off and during my days off next week, for sure, sleeping in. I don't think I'm quite caught up with sleep yet, but I'll finish off tomorrow. But also organizing things and planning things. Anyway, that was lovely. Is this a royalty-free image, Yoda?
I guess so, because they all look like that. So
No, but someone had to take this photograph, so that's the only thing. Like when I do stuff on Boards Game Geek,
let me check for just to be safe.
But what I do know is that if we critique the photo, then I believe it's okay to show it on screen. Wait, let me stop the screen and share the screen. So this is DutchYoda. It has been lovely having you on.
Yeah. Always fun to be on.
I don't have much more to say.
Neither do I.
Well then, I guess it's time for us to recap and wrap up. It's been lovely, and yeah, I guess that's it. So, what have we been up to? We started off, we chatted about episode 300 and about playing code names on stream and Lost Ruins of Arnak and all sorts of things. We started playing this game at 10:46. We played it. It took us almost 50 minutes, but we had a lot of chatting in the middle. We talked about the strategies. I explained exactly what was going on in my mind. Then we finished, and it was so much fun. Kind of, it's very abstract currently, but you're kind of, and that also makes me think of flowers, where it's kind of like bloom, like flowers taking over something, like exploding, and all these flowers coming, like maybe something in the jungle. I don't know, some sort of organic growth. That's what it makes me think of. It could also be some sort of fantasy thing, like, or viruses, like viruses growing and taking over a body. I don't know.
Bit dark, but good.
It could be that. Yeah, maybe don't do that. That's probably a terrible idea
that's
right
fighting
now.
the virus.
Could it be, though? Because you start in a state of blankness, and then you end up in a state of full, and yeah, it feels like I don't know. It feels, if anyone else has any, what if it was Roll and Write about creating art? Like the theme is artworks in an art gallery. I don't know.
Yeah, that could.
And like you're becoming more and more prolific. You're doing one of them's like abstract art. One of them's, I don't know. And like it's like your connections. Like these are the galleries you're in, and this is your price of your artwork. So like the check marks is how much your art costs, and then the circles are how many galleries you're in.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope that you've had a lot to think about. I hope that it's been useful. And yeah, if you have been watching this, if you want to check me out, then I am stuffbybez.com, stuffbybez.mycars.com, twitter.com/stuffbybez, instagram.com/stuffbybez, twitch.tv/stuffbybez. I am streaming most days at 10 a.m. UK time, but not tomorrow. I am streaming Monday, Tuesday, but not Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And then I'm going to be streaming every day thereafter. So youtube.com/stuffbybez for all the old episodes. And if you really miss me tomorrow for some reason, well, you can, I'm sure there's at least one of them that you've not seen. Stuffbybez.com/Discord. And thank you everyone. Thank you everyone in the chat who's been giving so much great advice, and Alex and Nicholas and everyone. And oh, hello, Frank Trice. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, Yoda, would you like to add anything? Where do you like to be found? Yeah, this is an interesting photo. It's quite a traditional photo on a white background image. You know, with that drop shadow, it could almost look like it's been artificially manipulated because, but that is a very nice lighting in this photo. And does it show off your pastry very well?
Yeah, it does. This is the one I normally buy.
What is on the top? It looks very sweet.
Well, the white powder is just sugar, so it's powdered sugar, and that other is this is sort of cream filling that they use. I don't know what exactly is in it, but I like it.
Fair enough.
So yeah, it's very simple to make, but it's so delicious.
And let me spam the comments with.
Yeah, all my
stuff. You've tempted Rob to going into the Netherlands. So if you want to find Yoda, you can check Yoda on Twitch or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, all that good stuff. Check it out. And yeah, that is it.
Yep.
So over to you. What are you up to? You can share only if you want to. Before we finish up, I always like to ask everyone, what are you up to? Today, I am thinking, because today and tomorrow, March, I'm going to go back to my very low sugar diet, because like January I had almost no sugar, February I allowed myself sugar. I'm going to go and I'm going to have at least one drink, a fancy sugary drink today. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also going to have a wee bit of a wander around. I'm also going to be reading a bit of Usagi Yojimbo. I did get a book. It was quite expensive. It was slightly in worse condition than I was expecting. I was a little bit disappointed by that. It said it was in good or very, and it's like I understand with like that. Like you can see, these pages are almost coming out. If you see how,
yeah, that's not almost good.
but I'm looking forward to reading it, and yeah, that's anyway. But I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm looking forward to having a wee walk. I'm looking forward to having some breakfast, which my breakfast might... I'm just going to skip the healthy stuff and go straight to the sugary drink. What do you think of that?
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay, and Rob...
Is there sugar in my drink? Nope. No sugar whatsoever. Also no salt, so that's good.
Rob's going to ponder some things for Alex. Also, playing games online this evening with some old friends.
Nice.
That sounds lovely. I'm not sure if we'll be playing anything. I might, I imagine that if I say to my family that I'm staying with just now, hey, not doing anything tonight, do you fancy, playing something tonight? We might be playing another game of My City. There are 4 games left to go for us. And you've played the full thing of My City, right, Yoda?
I played through the campaign twice.
So, I'm looking forward to the last 3 games where, things... I've already looked ahead at all the rules. I spoiled myself, but just things are going to change quite a bit. I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
Yeah.
It's going to play totally different in the last 3 rounds.
Next streams, look at my calendar. That's my public calendar. That will redirect you. That will tell you what I've got scheduled. And if you look at my calendar, what's coming up? Tomorrow is no show. Monday, I am meeting David Turksey. So if you've got any questions or anything for us, feel free to let me know ahead of time in the Discord. Tuesday, I am going to be drawing some pictures for Patreon in the morning. Possibly some pictures of cats. And one of them is going to be sent to Andrew January. In the evening, I'm going to be playing The Most Like a Pineapple with some friends. And yeah, you are welcome to join us on stream if you fancy trying to say that you are the most like a pineapple because of your spiky hair or because you like green or whatever it is. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, taking a break, I'm going to call it an extended break, although it's not really that extended, it's 3 days.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, I'm back meeting Jess Elizabeth. So that is that. Yeah. No, that's for the Patreon, but that's something that I'm 2 years late with rather than only 4 months late with. So Alex is updating the games portfolio. That sounds good. Is that for something to send to?
I have one game in my portfolio.
Nice. I mean,
but 4 more ideas shelved. I can focus on one game at a time.
I would advise that next time, because the playtest takes quite a bit of time, we try and get through that a wee bit faster and focus a wee bit more on the timing and how things have been, and talk a wee bit more about you generally, because it feels like we're concentrating too much on this one particular game. I would like to be more of a general mindset.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to chuck them into the Discord, please. Pictures, like ones for winner. We have how address that. Yeah, Frank Try says we all start somewhere. I absolutely agree with that. It's good to see you working this game through on stream with Bez. I've watched the whole show today while working and enjoyed a lot. Oh, okay, that's lovely to hear.
Thank you.
And driving a friend to hospital appointments. Oh, that's sad. Well, if you have any questions, as I always say, just let me know ahead of time and I'll get your question to the person. And we will have some extra pruns from Alex. But yeah, thank you very much. If you are interested in anything, or if you think it's good, if you think that this show's been something that someone else would like to see, if you think that the future shows are something that someone else would like to see, please spread the word. Other than that, that is really the end of the show. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Have you got anything left to say, Yoda? Anything at all?
No, I haven't said what my plans for today were.
Yeah, what are your plans for today, for goodness sake?
Well, after stream, I'm gonna spend some quality time with my son because you returned to me this morning, and then later today I have my Dutch stream. Still not knowing what I'm going to play or paint, or I have no idea. I have to figure that one out soon enough. Then I have my stream, and then it's almost time for the evening. And I'll see what I do then.
Cool. And let's see who is streaming just now. There's Captain Books doing more puppetry, and there's Harry Mare Games doing Hollow Knight, which is the very end of it, which Persona 3. Let's raid Captain Books, I think.
Okay.
That is who we are raiding. When we go and raid, please copy paste some or all of that message. And Captain Books. And going forwards, do you feel like you have a good plan for where to take this game, Yoda?
Yeah, this game I know.
What are your plans for the next 2 weeks? Let's actually focus on.
I create different sheets, different formats, putting them out there so people can playtest them.
Let's have them be measurable, like at least 3. Let's say at least 3.
Yeah, at least 3. Putting them out there, hopefully getting feedback back, because that would be nice. So make sure that I get that, and maybe think of a theme.
A theme, okay. Yeah, I would say that that's a good shout. Get those free versions. Get different. I would say get a couple of sequences of cards for each, so that do 6 things total. That's already quite a lot for people to try out, to be fair. But if some people are able to go for all of that, then great. If you're interested in that, then check it out on the Discord, where Yoda will be sharing it. But I would very much encourage you to spread the word on, where you can, like solicit your own playtesters and do that. There's plenty of places you can go. If you need any help, let me know. Even out with this. Oh yeah, and I was going to link you to Oliver's thing. But yeah, it feels like you've got some idea of what you're doing. Enjoy your day with your child. And for now, that is it. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Yoda, for being cool and for letting me being the guinea pig for this mentorship. and we'll discuss at the end. Maybe we'll have a bonus episode at the end saying, hey, so Yoda, how was that mentorship? Now you can give me feedback for a change. And so, yep, that is honestly the end. And so now there's only one thing left to do, and that is to sing bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
No, Rob, no. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah. And so that's the end of the show. Now we're, yeah, as is custom, just going to sit here until the thing goes. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Pumpkin
Bye.
pie. Gingerbread crust. It's lovely.
Bye-bye. Oh. Bye-bye.
Awkward fate.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Well,
too much
I
fun
choose
here.
not to. I choose not to.